This fan group is really small. I didn't find out about Alita Battle Angel until, the movie came out, and then I backtracked and looked her up. What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So, Alita Battle Angel, great manga, fantastic anime, and in my opinion, great movie. Now, obviously, it has its shortcomings for sure. It's rated as a 7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 61%, so still fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and it scored a 53 out of 100 on Metacritic. So again, not a perfect movie. Fans of this movie have been wanting a sequel, and at the end of the movie, it was alluding to a sequel. Come to find out, the creators didn't have one planned. Now it looks like one is in the works, and I'm super excited about it. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into it, we're sitting at 403 subscribers. Thank you so much for the support. We're currently making a hard push to get to 1,000 subs before the year is up. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, we really appreciate it if you did. Thank you. I have the article pulled up. Let's take a look and we'll talk after. So this was coming from Bound End Comics. Alita Battle Angel, producer John Landau confirms sequel in development. We're working on it, right? After numerous fan campaigns, both online and off, the hashtag Alita Army have finally been vindicated, as according to Alita Battle Angel producer John Landau, wow, a sequel to the beloved live action adaptation of Yukita Kishido's Gundam manga is officially in the works. Landau, a longtime collaborator of fellow Alita Battle Angel producer James Cameron, and whose team-ups with the eccentric creative also included Titanic and thus far 3 Avatar films, confirmed plans for the cyborg hunter warriors return to the silver screen during a recent interview with Screen Rant. We're working on it, he told the entertainment news outlet. I think what we've learned from Avatar is how much more facial nuance and subtlety that we can get into characters that we want to be emotional and emote that are humanoid, explained the producer. Alita would not have been possible but for what we did on Avatar. Avatar: The Way of Water would not be what it is but what we did for Alita. And now let's put that back and give it back to Alita. Ultimately, Landau concluded his tease on a high note, noting, "We're talking to Robert Rodriguez, who directed the original, and talking to Rosa Salazar, who portrayed Alita, and all is good." So I'm assuming they're definitely up for doing the sequel. And who wouldn't be? This character is very, very likable. I think the pacing was way off, but ultimately I enjoyed the movie. Luckily for Alita fans, not only will Cameron, Landau, and company be returning to Iron City with Avatar: The Way of Water technological advancements in tow, but also a sizable box office return with which to fund the titular heroine's burgeoning motorball career. I would love to see more of that. It was kind of used as a plot device, you know what I mean? To get her in contact with, people who were trying to kill her, not because of the game, but because they had an agenda, you know what I mean? I would love to see her just play motorball. I mean, not a whole movie of it, but having her balance her life between, having flashbacks, playing motorball, and, pursuing the head honcho, right? According to a recent Deadline report, Cameron's second outing to Pandora pulled in a total of $2.3 billion at the global box office, which, after taking into account the film's roughly $1 billion budget, still left 20th Century Studios with a profit of $531 million. Notably, this is not the first time Landau has expressed interest in producing an Alita sequel. Speaking with Deadline at the December 2022 premiere of Avatar: The Way of Water, Landau was asked for any hints as to his future film plans, to which he replied, "Well, there's a little film called Alita Battle Angel that we'd love to circle back and do a sequel to." We've been in talking with Robert about that, and hopefully that comes to fruition. Asked by the outlet for information as to when fans might learn more about their plans, Landau joked, "Well, look, I never put a time frame on anything because you guys will hold it against me," and that's very true. One thing that I am worried about, I read up and it says that Alita made $405 million at the global box office, with a budget of $170 million. But some outlets I was looking at were saying that it needed to reach 500 million to not lose money. I'm not sure. You know what? Let me see here. Okay, so we'll look here. Okay, so this kind of squashes all of that. So it says, and this is by Screen Rant, Alita was budgeted for 170 million, meaning its break-even point was approximately 340. So it definitely got off. I mean, it didn't make $100 million or anything. I mean, judging by this, but it made money. I'm not sure how much they were looking to make. I mean, this is a pretty obscure character. This fan group is really small. I didn't find out about Alita Battle Angel until the movie came out, and then I backtracked and looked her up. So this was a character who wasn't very well known, and it still made it was Rodriguez's most highest grossing film. You know what I mean? So that is a feat. That is absolutely awesome. Man, I'm so happy. I'm happy for them. But I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. But I mean, that's really great news. Looks like we're getting Alita Battle Angel 2, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what happens. See her, the Mars War. I think that's what it was called, the War on Mars or whatever. And she's getting her memories back, and I want to see what the floating city is all about. Dude, I want to see up there. You know what I mean? That sounds. What movie was that? But anyway, go ahead and leave in the comments whether you're excited. Did you see the first one? Are you excited about the second one? Leave in the comments, tell me your thoughts. But that's all I've got for today. Thank you guys for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video or you found it informative. And don't forget to share it out. There should be another video popping up. In the meantime, keep it casual. Peace.